Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Order of Narvosc. This is session 48, the beginning of the end. We hope you enjoy.
We started the session in what I would call like a tomb, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. Maybe some sort of laboratory / tomb. And it was this big standoff between the party on one side and all of the masks on the other side, all the remaining masks that we are aware of, and Ignatius and a mind-controlled Ro, mind-controlled for lack of a better word, Ro and Beltov. Big fight ensued. Lots of people died, including some of us, and we were brought back in various ways. And then at the very end, as we barely eked out victory, but still with Quirin deceased on the floor, Anaria showed up and more or less saved our asses and revived Quirin and got us out of there. But to our knowledge, she sacrificed her own life for that. And we are out of that area now. But I don't think Antir came with us. And we're back with our mounts, which would be on the surface level.
Yes. Perfect. Anaria wisped away. You're all on the outside of Sydonea, where you all entered this area to start with. As things begin to settle, the fresh breeze from the outside sends a small chill across your skin. You're alive by the skin of your teeth. You are all battered and bruised and exhausted. The cracks in the earth look ever daunting out here. However, you no longer see those ichor tentacles reaching towards the sky, looking like it's trying to capture something. Your mounts all look at you with fear in their eyes, and they look at you worried, as this is probably the first time they have ever seen you all look like that. Like death incarnate. Beatrice has them all congregated a little further away in a denser part of the forest. And you also see a little owl sitting on top of Beatrice's head. And it just, ooh, ooh, ooh. As you all get your bearings, you do see Beltov, Ro, and Van. But you do not see Antir. The disc carrying his body couldn't enter the room. Therefore, Anaria never knew he was there. Beltov will look at all of you in confusion. The ichor dragons protruding from his back watch you, glare at you, but they make no move towards you. Ro will drop his gun, hits his knees, and he's just staring at the ground. And while all of this is happening simultaneously, we're going to start with Ruby. Once you all get teleported here and that popping noise ends, Van will immediately pull you into a hug. And it's a tight and comforting squeeze, as if you are the most important being in this man's existence. And in a tiny little whisper that you can barely register, I was so scared I was going to lose you again.
Where would I go? Where would I have gone? I wasn't. It was really dark, and it all feels very still right now. Is your skin hurting? My skin hurts. Don't let go. Don't let go. I don't want to leave. And she'll just stand there for a bit.
And he squeezes even tighter. And you can feel like the motion of his shoulders like bouncing slightly as he is trying to hold back tears as this has scared him. He hurts, you hurt, everything aches. And it's almost like the stress of the situation is coming down on the both of you, but he holds you tightly. And when you say never let go, he does not plan to.
If he were to let go, her body is like so limp and she's so tired that she would fall to the ground.
And he will not let go. And he will be that pillar for the two of them at this moment. And with that, Friedrich, you feel sick. Everything aches. Your head feels like it is on fire, but also like this fog is slipping in and you can't think straight. Nothing seems to, like, none of the dots are connecting the way that they're supposed to, as you failed your contagion saves. And that contagion takes hold. You will have disadvantage on your intelligence checks and saves for 7 days. And as that pain, that fire just feels like it's spreading from the front all the way to the back and then to the top of your head, you feel a buzz.
What kind of buzz?
From a sending stone you have.
I will check it.
And everything is loud. It's too loud. It hurts to even listen to this message. But you get from C. Pear. Moved Limbo to Esarora. Hope took us in. Green and purple lights are shooting from the southeast in rapid succession. What is going on?
I will reply. The masks are dead. Inaria is gone. We are alive. We don't have Ontir yet. Those are the only 4 things I'm certain of right now. So that's all I'll say.
Okay. And with that, she cannot send you another sending. A few moments pass. And then you hear Hara talking to you. We need you in Limbo. Make your way home. Something's not right. Who's Inaria?
Who is that?
Hara.
Okay, she's the wizard who's in Limbo. Okay. We want to help, but we came for Ontir and we don't have him yet. What more can you tell us about your situation?
CPAIR says this happened 120 years ago, and it was bad. Booming sounds, purple and green lights. Something's happening, and it's not good.
Is the rest of the party standing around me?
Yes, and while that's happening, before we go into talking with the rest of the party, we are going to pan to Velphie. Velphie, you feel the binding pact that you made with Anaria slip away. You no longer feel that tug to Anaria's home. The tattoo on your arm that bound the two of you, that promise you made to her that you would be there when she called in exchange for the fate strings, disappears, as well as your warlock essence.
I think she was just brought back before they left, so I think she's probably still kind of in a fog, and I'm not quite sure that she would truly have a handle on what's exactly happened at the moment. So I think she's just kind of probably like sitting on her knees and just kind of looking around, just trying to figure out what happened. Last thing she remembers, trying to put the pieces together.
Okay. And as you're looking around and trying to put the pieces together, you do see Beltov, you see Ro, you see the rest of your party. You do not see Antir. And you know he was never in the room.
So, seeing that the only people here is our party, excluding Antir, I think that panic that she would have felt is like trying to come out, but she doesn't know what to do with it, and she's just looking around, and I think I think she's just kind of in a shock. Like, everything has just happened, and the one thing that they were there for, so close to getting, they weren't able to get. And I think she's just defeated at this point. Just kneeling there, just kind of lost, I guess. But still not really saying anything.
Okay. And with that, we'll pan over to Quirin. Quirin, as you take that spring-like power that was in front of you, you feel it connect with your hand and then start spreading throughout your body, the tips of your head, all the way to the bottoms of the soles of your feet. You feel a pressure and a weight on your shoulders. An invisible force presses down on you hard. All of these emotions, all of these feelings, all of this power that resides within Spring Court is now on you. You feel everything of Spring Court. You feel the feelings and the desperations and the fear of the residents. Everything taken place in Spring Court is on your shoulders at once. You smell the sweet smell of the Feywild of home, and leaves begin to swirl around you, and then a pulse from the top of your head all the way to the soles of your feet dissipates. Something feels like it's about to break. Little wildflowers will grow in a 10-foot radius from you, almost like the meadow of Silmarith. Home. Home. Someone was at home, right? Roll me a d20.
13.
You almost have it. You remember somebody waiting for you at home, somebody that you took care of at home, somebody that loved you at home. Home. What is home? As that feeling leaves, that memory of your sister disappears.
I think with everything being described as a weight, I think he'll collapse down onto one knee, and just disoriented, probably lightheaded even, breathing deeply, and just trying to collect himself. And as he feels that memory leave, I guess not necessarily knowing even what was just lost, I think for a second there, he ignores that weight and just acknowledges that something is left, and is the most confused that he's ever been, just staring at the ground, still on the knee, staring at the ground, just lost.
You feel fear, you feel excitement, you feel adoration, you feel rage, you feel joy, you feel the earth pulsing in and out. And as you are staring at the ground, you do see a little sending stone where Anaria was standing. Roll me another d20.
1.
You see the stone. You know it's a sending stone. You don't know who it links to. But since that power came from that archfey that was in front of you, it refuses to let you forget her, but you cannot remember who that stone was to.
I think he'll almost probably crawl on his knees, just the short ways to the stone, and just pick it up, look at it again, not quite sure, and put it in his pocket, confused as to why, but just knowing that it was hers.
It buzzes.
He'll listen to it.
Still haven't found Eve yet, but still looking. We'll keep you informed. Spring Court's in trouble.
I think he'd take the stone up to his face. Like, he wants to respond, but also he's not entirely certain. I think he'll sit there with it just in front of his face for a while and send back, in Anaria's voice, since this is what he can do, I understand. And then put the stone away.
Roll me a d100.
Where'd my D100 go? Digi dice. 43.
Okay. As you feel that sending try to send, and something blocks it. It does not make it to another plane.
I think sending that and then feeling that doesn't go through, he's just confused, still looking up at the tops of the trees, and puts the stone away.
Okay. And with that, we're going to pan over to Professor Friedrich. I will say you all, if you look in Quirin's direction, see a radius of 10 feet flowers just blooming around after he takes whatever that floating wisp was. And Professor Friedrich, what did you want to do with the party?
I've just heard from Siper and Hara. They've moved Limbo to the side of Essorora. Hope has apparently taken them in, so they set up some new sort of possibly temporary encampment there. And the lights in the distance are growing more rapid, more erratic, like it's building to something. But I let them know, we came for Antir and we don't have him. And we came for Violet and we don't have her. And so they say they need us, but things feel unfinished here.
Quirin, roll a d20.
Seven.
As Professor Friedrich talks, something seems familiar, almost like deja vu. But you don't know who this person is.
He stands up and probably takes a couple steps back just to try and get a wider image of everything that's around him, but is focused on Fred, like squinting. Like it is very clear he's like concentrating on trying to place whoever this green person is.
Do I pick up on that, or does it just look like he's really invested in what I'm saying?
I mean, he certainly seems invested. I don't know exactly how you'd be able to tell like that Fred seems unfamiliar to him.
Okay, well, unless there's a sign to the opposite, I'll just assume. I think Friedrich would assume that you're just dialed in. So, obviously, I didn't want to respond to them and make promises when things feel undone here. And I know a lot has happened. So I just wanted to take a moment, the first breath we've had in a while, and rationally decide what we'd like to do next. And after I say that, can I walk over to Beatrice? Sort of cede the floor to everyone.
You may head over to Beatrice. And before that, Ruby, you were going to say something?
It's odd how a lot can happen and also nothing. Why did we even come here? We have to go back. It's Antir and Isbeltov and Violet with her empty eyes. We have to go back. Anaria got us out, but we can't just stay out. We have to go back, right?
I agree with you. But I don't think nothing happened. We defeated these people that have been trying to stop us at every step. I don't think it's over, and it's a small victory. Though clearly all of this is exacting a high price. And I think it will get higher.
DM question. How much... Quirin still understands what they were doing and what went on.
Roll a history check.
Okay. 21.
With the 21, yes, you remember the goal. You remember what you were doing here in the first place. You remember green and purple lights outside of somewhere you used to live and how they used to shoot towards the sky, and how the description the green man just gave you seems similar. Roll me another d20.
11.
As Ruby is talking, it's almost like something slips away. Something feels familiar. Something feels akin to a friendship, the same as the orc that you see, but you can't seem to pinpoint or recollect anything about this individual specifically.
Then soon after Ruby asks, Quirin will say, "Job's not done." And kind of give that same look that he gave to Fred of just trying to piece things together.
And hearing Ruby say what she said, Velphie will look up at Ruby and start nodding her head and just start like quietly saying, "We have to go back. We have to go back. We need to go back. I have to go back. We need to go back." And then she's going to try to get up as best as she can and look for where they went into Sydonea, because that's where we left our mounts, correct?
Correct. So go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. 19.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find the area that you all went into. Roll me a history check.
19.
And you do remember how Beltov opened it. But I will say, with you heading over there and trying to get like your bearings where to go in, you have died twice. Your legs barely keep you up, as you pretty much have to crawl there.
And that's what she does. And she's gonna keep going.
Okay, you're going down there by yourself?
She has one goal in mind.
Okay.
If Ruby,
Do we see
If
her
Ruby
crawling
sees
down?
this-
Yeah.
yeah, she's like stumbling after her. If she can see.
I think we should take a moment to decide what to do.
We can go back. We just need to reset a little bit. Velphie, we cannot go back right now. Please don't go back right now.
I have to go back. He's still there. I have to go back. I have to save him. I have to go back.
You can't. Velphie, I tried to help you, and you were gone. Please just stay. stay and rest, and we'll go back. I want to go. We all want to go back. It's something we have to do. For you. But we can't do it right now.
She looks at Ruby for a minute. And then she looks at everyone else, kind of gauging if they're in agreement or not.
We still have 2 rescues to undertake, but we are not a rescue party in our current shape.
Quirin is still standing back where everyone was before. He didn't really follow. And he's looking in your direction, but he's not really giving a yes or a no.
Roll me another d20.
16.
You remember Velphie. She's familiar. No one else is.
Is it the same with Van and Beltoff, Row?
Roll me a collective for them. Roll another d20.
Okay, just one. Oh, natural 20.
You do remember them. You remember them. You remember the flashes of it come back of the situation you all were just in. But you cannot remember Friedrich or Ruby.
So yeah, I don't think that changes him not giving the answer, the yes or no. I think he's still trying to place, but
She stops, and I think wherever she's at, she just kind of gives up, just lays down, because she was crawling over there, so she's just exhausted, but she's not going anymore.
This is an excellent place to camp. What a good decision. And she'll sit down next to you. And just gives a very, very deep sigh. Like she's letting the exhaustion take over. Like she would have gone if you had fought back.
I'm just going to scruffle Beatrice's head a bit. Is Pike still there?
Pike is on top of Beatrice's head currently.
Okay. I will cast my daily Speak with Animals, if I may.
You may.
I'm so sorry, Pike. She saved us, though. I mean, she gave her life for ours. And I don't know how we can ever repay her or her memory.
Mom's gone. Mom's gone. But I guess she's free now, maybe?
I hope so.
And what do I do now?
Well, for what it's worth, you're welcome to stay with us. We'd actually like to have your company.
okay.
And then we'll figure out one day at a time.
Ooh.
Since I can speak with animals, I'm going to try to whoo back.
You try to whoo back, and he just ruffles his little feathers a little bit. He's tiny, so he's like this big. He's a little burrowing owl. And he just takes his little feet and he, like, very gently does the tippy tappies on Beatrice's head. And then you just hear whoo, whoo, like little whoos over and over again, even though you can understand what he's saying. It's almost like that's the burrowing owl's sob.
I'm just going to lay a finger on his back.
And he just nuzzles into it, and his wings come up, and his head just burrows a little further into his neck. And he will sit like that for a few moments.
And we'll just sit there together.
Beatrice will look at you. Dearest friend, are you all right? You don't look all right. None of you look all right.
We've had better days, but we will be better.
Should we run?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Well, I'm scared, and I think you should run.
But if we run, who's going to stop what's happening?
I don't know, but maybe it's not a job for us.
Maybe it's not. Maybe we're not actually cut out for any of this. But looking around, we're the only ones here. And so, we will keep on. And we'll win. We'll be okay.
Does winning look like that?
I think it can. There's often a price that comes with winning.
I don't know if I want to win. I don't want to be in his shoes.
I don't want you to be in his shoes either, but
I'm okay with losing if it means we could go home and have tea.
we could win and have tea.
Not if that's what winning looks like.
I'm afraid to think of what may happen if we don't try to win.
And then she goes to say something, and you hear
I'll just pet her. I can't say anything else, but just some sort of sign of reassurance. And then I'll sit down beside her because I'm beat.
And after a few moments, Pike will slowly fly his way over to Quirin and sit on your shoulder.
I think he gets a little startled at first. Just like a body jolt of, oh, okay. And he's just gonna look at this owl. Pike, I just he if it's an Arias, he remembers Pike.
You remember Pike. You smell
Hi.
like Mom. Can I stay here?
Yeah. No, as long as you like. Yeah. I'm sorry. She was a wonderful woman, and it's gonna be tough. without her.
He gives this little nod. She didn't want it, you know.
But she did so well with it.
She didn't want it.
It was something she didn't have a choice in.
He gives a little nod.
How did she handle it at first? Not wanting it, but having it, and not just the responsibility, the weight.
She ran.
Yeah. That's usually the first response to something like this. She's gone, and I'm sorry, but we'll be okay. We'll figure things out. It's intimidating and daunting, but everything is before you understand it and what it'll look like. We'll be okay. And he kind of looks like he's trying to convince himself. He believes it, but it's like it's a weak belief.
Quirin's clothes have like a little collar, don't they?
Yeah.
He kind of nestles into that collar, and you just hear the little chirps and whoos that sound like a little sob. And again, he's tiny, so he just kind of burrows himself right there and makes himself small.
And he'll just put a finger and just give him a little head rub. And maybe not immediately, but as the night continues, if there's ever a who, we'll just give a sad who back. Very faint, very quiet, but.
And with that, the two of you do bond. You now have a familiar. And speaking of familiars,
I prefer not to do that again. Can we not do that anymore? That wasn't very fun.
as Quasi is still in the hood of Ruby's shirt.
It's like you were asleep the whole time. I didn't realize I woke you. I did almost die, though. Did you almost die?
Well, I think if you die, I go too. So, yeah, I think so. I kind of just hid here, and that's where I'm gonna stay if we're doing that again. I don't want to do that again.
I guess I didn't really know how the exit was going to go from Sydonea. You were so far down there in that little shop that getting back up was a little bit of a challenge. You don't have to go back down. Why don't you stay with Beatrice next time, little guy?
Well, I mean, if you want me to stay with... Who's Beatrice?
You haven't met Beatrice?
No, I've only been with you since you were down in the tunnels, so anything outside of the tunnels, I don't know what that is.
Your life is about to change. Goat with Moxie is right over there. A friend to all, and probably a lot safer of a companion than myself if we are to descend tomorrow to finish the deeds we did not accomplish the first time.
Okay, well, I'll stay with the little menagerie. I think that's the term. I'll stay over there if you want me to, but if you want to take me, I won't complain either, because I don't want to go with that. Like, I don't want to be by myself without you either. So, I mean, if you want me to go, I'll go.
Your heart's beating very quickly. It seems like the best choice might be to stay, and I won't blame you. You would be very helpful if you stayed, but only because company is nice. And I'm sure Beatrice would love your company. You know how to make tea, right?
No, but you don't want my company?
I don't want you to die.
I don't think I can.
That's very useful. I wish I had known that.
Tiny says
matter.
we go to the nowhere.
That sounds quiet.
I've heard it's like a lot of little beings and creatures and things like that, but I don't know if it's quiet or not. I don't really go there very often. I know it doesn't have any color, and like there's just a bunch of like spectral like thingies there. I don't really know what they are. Maybe they're like me, but they're just kind of like wispy and out of existence, and it's just like lots of whoos and lots of bird chirpings and lots of meows and lots of barks and.
Sounds a little familiar. I have a lot of voices all the time. I bet the nowhere is a lot like the inside of my head. Why don't I teach you how to make tea? It's a very helpful skill. Everyone want tea?
Friedrich visibly perks up. Yeah. Can I help?
Of course. Yes, we'll have tea. Quirin, would you like tea?
I dart up to Ruby. Yeah, that'd be good.
Perfect. Maybe some of the flowers that you grew could be used in it. Why did you grow the flowers?
Sorry, wait, above table, remind me, flowers? Wait.
Yeah, so when you started feeling all those emotions, like this thing from the tip of your head out your feet.
Gotcha. I mean, it wasn't intentional, exactly. It was just the, I mean, you saw what happened. It was the... Inaria did it, I suppose? Or I did it, naturally. It wasn't me or on purpose, but... You know, just like, he's a little confused himself. He'll point over to where the flowers are, but if any of those would help, they're just the forests now, so they're all yours.
Perfect. All right, Professor, I'll get a little bit of, I guess, Inaria's last gift, and we can enjoy it. And she'll stand up and grab Quasi by the hand to go gather the flowers. And she'll leave behind like her tinder box and things too beside Velphie.
And Quirin will just watch as they do that. Obviously, this person knows him, and so he's just given the same look again.
But now we can piece together, potentially. We see these flowers sprout from near Quirin, and we see Pike go over and rest on his shoulder. Okay.
Well, roll me an insight.
Oh,
Okay.
can I roll too?
You sure may.
21.
Oh. Wait, I'm a rogue.
You're a rogue.
Wait, I'm a rogue. I can't do bad.
Anytime it's below 10, I'm like, oh, whoa, wait. Okay, it's a 18.
Okay, with an 18 and a 21. 18, you know something's different. Something's very different. Because when those flowers poofed out from the bottoms of Quirin's feet, Inaria wasn't here. With a 21, Pike besides like just playing on the top of your head, was always with Anaria. Anaria is no longer here, and he has made himself at home in pretty much Quirin's collar. Even though he's never shown interest in Quirin before now.
And I would also know that Anaria could make things out of plants.
Yes.
I've seen her make the beds and things before, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So would I be right to deduce that there's some sort of passing of the torch or something that was in Anaria's power is now Quirin's?
With a 21, yes.
Okay. I guess while they're gathering the tea itself, I'll try to start a fire.
Roll survival.
That's cool. I cast Fireball.
Okay.
Actually, I'm on a spell slots.
No.
I'll roll survival.
And while you're rolling survival, Quasi follows Ruby and just talks and talks and talks. Like, Quasi doesn't quite understand the weight of everything that has just happened and just realizes y'all got in trouble, but we're fine now, so everything's okay.
It's just another voice in Ruby's head. So she's nodding and every now and then gives like a shrug or a chuckle or holds up a prettier flower that's not been like stepped on or anything and like lets him look at it.
And Van will also help you, Professor Friedrich, with building the fire, so roll at advantage.
Oh, okay. First one was an 18.
18.
Second one was a nat 1, so we'll go with the 18.
We'll go with the 18. You were able to build a fire pretty easily and get that going. And while that's happening, is Velphie doing anything?
I honestly think she's probably laying on her back, just looking up at the sky and just trying not to get lost in her own head. And just try to like remind herself that we're going to go back. We can't go now, but we're going to go back. So that's kind of, she's just repeating that in her head as she just looks up at the sky.
Can Quirin go to walk over and sit down by Velphie? So he'll do that and then sit down, knees up, and like arms wrapped around his knees next to Velphie. I know the answer to this question can only be so positive, I guess, but how are you doing? How are you?
I think she chuckles at the like simplicity of it. Well, I've been better. Just feels like I lose everyone I care about. And I'm not going to fail this time. So
Before that, he was looking up at the trees. Just he knows he can't see it, but he was kind of hoping to see the lights in the sky. So he was looking at the tops of the trees when he asked that. And when Velphie mentions losing everyone, he'll look down at her, and he's uncomfortable as he does it just because this is not a familiar, like, really action, but he'll just put his hand down on her shoulder. Yeah. This time's going to be different. It's not going to be the same this time. We'll head back down there tomorrow, and we'll do what we came to do. We know what's down there now. We've pushed past a lot of what's down there now. There's only remnants that we know of. Might even just be as simple as go down there, get them, and get out. Maybe even no hiccups.
It'll be different. It'll be better.
I don't think I've ever really asked, but how long have you and he'll like point his head over to where Fred is. How long have you and like traveled together? How long have you known each other?
It feels longer than it actually is, but I've known the professor for a while. He's been my teacher for a few years, and then we ended up working together, and now we're a team.
And being a team, the two of you, I mean, you trust him.
Well, we're all a team. I trust you all.
And Quirin will nod his head as he was just trying to... He was hoping to know that Fred was trustworthy since he's not remembering. But even before I joined with you guys, you and him, and he'll nod the head again, have been through a lot. And maybe you haven't succeeded in every single thing, but you found a way around it before. And he's still here, and you're still here, and she's still here. So, nods his head at Ruby. So, things will... You trust everyone, things will work out.
Is Quirin making like any indication when he nods towards the professor and Ruby that he doesn't know who they are?
He's not trying to communicate that. He's nodding the head purely just because he can't place a name and a face. So he's not intentionally trying to like, I don't know these people. So he's doing it just to make a point, not to communicate anything.
Okay. So it wouldn't really seem like you're giving off the I'm not quite sure who they are vibe then.
Not at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I trust them. I trust you. And we'll do it next time. And we'll do it better. And we'll end this.
I don't say that to try and pull you out from the state that you're in. If there's something that you need to... I mean, feel what you have to feel. And I understand. Feeling like you're losing everyone. And wanting one thing to stick. I get it. But we're all here for that. We're all here for him and you. I just wanted to be sure you were reminded of that, just in case.
It's funny. Because the things that I even want to feel, I can't. Things that I know people are feeling, I can't feel. So it's... all I have is my determination and the memories of what I remember those feelings to be like. But I know that this is what I want to do, and this is what needs to be done because he's all I have left, and you all... we all just deserve better than this.
Everything you just said, that is more than enough to survive. There'll be more later, but for now, you are where you're at. It's more than enough.
She nods. And she'll look over at Quirin. Well, how are you?
A little foggy, confused, gathering myself still after everything, as I imagine everyone is to an extent. So,
Yeah.
nothing super unique, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I think we're all rightfully so, just a little discombobulated. Thank you, though, for talking.
Yeah, of course. He'll put a hand on her shoulder again and stand up and walk away. Can you whisper to Pike as he's walking away, like, did all that make sense? I wasn't just talking crazy, like that made sense, right?
And in your head,
I think so.
You think so? Okay. I thought so, but sometimes I think wrong. But all right, I'll take it.
Well, sometimes I think wrong too.
Yeah, we'll be better next time.
You did good.
And he'll go and sit down and, again, kind of sitting off to the side, trying to get the wide angle of everything.
okay. And we're going to pan over to Ruby and Professor Friedrich. You all are able to get the fire going. You all are able to make tea and get everything situated. You notice Beltov standing off in the corner and just watching you all.
Oh, he's here. Oh,
Yeah, Beltov's with you. Yeah, Beltov's here.
I forgot.
He's brooding.
Yeah, he's watching. The little ichor dragons that he has have retreated back into his spine, and he just watches, and he just looks confused as he watches all of you and is trying to put things together. Ro has not moved.
I'll bring Beltov a cup of tea.
He looks at you, looks at the cup, looks at you. What is it?
Well, it's tea, but we put some extra flowers in it, so it'll taste a little extra floral. They smelled. They smelled like the first day of spring, when the dew is really fresh, and you can actually feel the sun's warmth for the first time.
We'll take it. I don't know if I know what that feels like. Or smells like. Why can I not remember anything?
Sometimes the mind can get a little bit lost. Sometimes it can find its way back, other times I don't know if it can. But spring is always around the corner, depending on how you look at things, so maybe you'll remember when it comes.
He gives a nod. He takes a sip of it. And as he sips it, you can kind of see like the face of, he doesn't like florally, but he still takes that big chug anyway. You said you were my friend. Why were you attacking my brother?
I'm not entirely sure who Your brother I'm guessing it was the one down there who kept attacking us. There's no easy answer at all to this question, honestly. I would never use you, Beltov. I wouldn't keep you here unless you wanted to stay. I don't think it was your choice to be down there. I hope the honesty rings true in my words, because you are a lot kinder than what they tried to make you be.
I remember the collar. I remember who put it on, but I don't recall anything else.
That's fine. You are out, and you are probably not the safest out here, if I'm being honest, but there's something I've learned to value in this life, and it's choice. And it's having people that actually want the best for you. And she'll give a look over to Van. Sometimes it's hard to discern what those things are. So if you do not feel it here, you do not have to stay. You can finish your tea and leave. But just know you'll always be my friend, so you can always come back.
Roll a persuasion.
Hey, I'm a rogue. Okay. Okay. Persuasion. It's a 17.
Well, if you're my friend, and you're giving me a choice, I think I'll stay for now. But does this mean I'm betraying my family if I stay?
I guess it depends on what you define as family and what you define as betrayal. You're in a precarious position. I don't know if I can persuade you in one way or the other, but the definitions are.
Can you repeat that? Because you froze.
Look, I don't think I can persuade you in one way or the other what those definitions are. Family and betrayal. You'll have to find out.
Well, if he is my family, I don't think I could draw my bow.
That's all right. Sometimes drawing family's blood can be very difficult. Other times it happens on accident. I wouldn't know. But you should do what feels right. And right now, what feels right should probably be rest, because you look horrendous. So stay at camp with us, will you?
You don't look so great yourself. I'll stay for now, if that's all right.
There's always a place for you here.
And he has this little smile on his face that kind of seems like boyish in a way. Just kind of like I have a friend.
And she'll go tend to the fire.
And does anyone else do anything during this time? Van is helping tend to the fire. Ro is in a state of shock further away. Are the three of you doing anything?
I will take 2 cups of tea over to Beatrice and set one down in front of her and sit down beside her.
And she just laps it up slowly, almost like she's savoring it. And she'll like look from her tea to you, look at her tea to you. Roll me an animal handling.
5.
You don't know what's going through her head right now.
You know, I struggled to summarize it succinctly before, but that's how I feel is I didn't want it to come to this, but it has come to this. And if we don't keep fighting, it may come to much worse. And this right here, this tea, this moment, sitting here drinking it, is what they're trying to take away from us if we don't keep fighting. So in order to keep drinking tea with you tonight, and tomorrow night, and many more nights, that's why we'll keep fighting. And you're fighting just as much as I am. Just hang in there.
She gives you a little nod.
And we'll just drink.
Quirin, Velphie, any last minute things around the fire? Anything else you're doing this evening?
I think after a moment, Velphie she'll get up, and if there's enough tea, she will take one for herself and another one and walk over to Ro.
Ro is in this state of shock, and you almost hear him mumbling to himself. I'm making things worse. I'm making things worse for her. I can't be trusted around anyone. I can't be trusted on my own actions. I can't. And he's just repeating it over and over and over.
She kneels down next to him, and she places her tea down in front of her and the second one in front of him. And she looks at him for a second and then just very gently puts her hand on his shoulder. And hearing those little mumbles of what he says, You're not making things worse. We will go back tomorrow, and we will do better. We will get her back. Get onto your back. You guys will be together again.
He will lift his eyes from the ground and look at you. And who's to say I won't pull a gun on the one I love most? Who's to say that they won't control me again?
Really, there's no way to know. But I'd rather go in fighting than not go at all.
And if I go in, and he takes over, what do I do then?
You fight it. If you can. And we will do whatever we can to help you. You're not alone in this. We said we would help get Violet back, and we will.
Maybe Quirin's right. I can't keep any of my promises. Not even the ones I try to keep.
That's just what they make you feel. What Sydonea makes you feel that you can't do the things that you want to do.
We're
They
all
stop you
in
and-
binding pacts. We all made an agreement. You can't back out of a pact.
You
It's
can
not-
do everything you can to break it.
You can't break a pact with a god. Not when it's injected and then it can take over you at any moment. I can't do anything with it. Down there was just proof.
So I guess it comes down to what you want Violet to think of you.
Then kill me now.
You'd rather die than try to see her again?
If it means that I can hurt her, then yes. 'Cause she's safer if I'm not around. Don't you get it? I can turn on you at any moment. I didn't want to bring my gun at you.
I don't think she's much safer where she is right now.
And he starts to panic, and you can hear the heavy breathing. I will say everybody at this time does notice that Ro is raising his voice, very panicked, very worried, very scared.
I'll stand up, but stay where I am and just look in that direction. Not trying to hide, just standing.
Yeah, not doing much at the moment, but at least sitting up a little straighter now. Ready to do something, but just watching.
Velphie will again just put her hand on his shoulder as like a trying to ground him. And that's what you're feeling right now is why we need to keep fighting. Whether it's for Violet or for Sydonea or whatever, no one deserves this. And if we can defeat what is happening to us here, maybe that'll break it. I can't promise you that it will. I can't say that if we kill the god, everything will be okay. I have no way of knowing that. But trying, I feel like that's the best we can do.
And how do I keep... And he goes silent. His eyes roll back, and they turn pitch black again. You see his face curl up in this giant grin.
You think you can take from me? Fine. I will take everything you love. Everything you've ever cared for. You will learn the wrath of me.
And at this time, purple lights begin to shine brightly from the cracks in the earth and around Sydonea. Quirin, this is the same purple light that you saw shooting towards the sky when you were in Oxmoor. You all feel a shaking, a rumbling beneath your feet. This light is bright. And the same color that Beltov's eyes glue when you all fought him down in the pit. Even being this far up above ground, you still hear these shrill shrieks and screams coming from Sydonea as all of Sydonea and around it glow. Velphie, you start getting ascending. And Beltov is still smiling. Not Beltov. Ro is still smiling, and that dragonborn big mouth is just pulled up. Ro doesn't smile like this. What did your group get into? Theron's is the only safe place, but everyone's infected. And it cuts off. As that was a sending from Seraphina. Ruby, the voices get extremely loud all of a sudden. Screams, cries, anger, sadness, hurt floods you all at once, and it feels like your head is about to explode. Those lights are not dying down. What are you doing?
I think with the sending and everything that's happening, Velphie, she looks away from Ro and looks at everyone else, and she stands up and says, Seraphina's in trouble. Everyone's in trouble.
What's going on? What do you know?
She said Theron's was the only safe place, and then she started to sound kind of drowsy, and then she just stopped.
I think that we may have to postpone our rest. Get back underground.
Underground where everything's glowing from?
Just because Theron's is down there. That's all I know.
Roll me a perception check, please. You may all do this, if you wish.
Natural 20 plus 5. 18.
17.
I was a rogue, so it's not bad, but there was a natural 20 in there for an 18.
Okay. For 17, 18s. Y'all notice Sydonea as a whole, it's almost like the lights are in a circle around it. You all are not in it. But this light is coming from and encompassing Sydonea.
So we're not inside of it.
Correct. You're on the
We
outskirts
just
of it.
see it.
You just see it. With a natural 20, Seraphina's last word as it trailed off was infected.
Okay, so I thought it was.
Oh.
So I think when that clicks, she'll look up at everyone. Infected. Seraphina said everyone was infected. Whatever they've done it to everyone.
They are mine. As you will be.
Can I non-lethally sneak attack Ro in the head? Like, just knock him out? If he has that same look as Altov.
As you go to knock out Ro with that last sentence, Ro collapses.
I think Velphie she'll see if he's still breathing.
Roll me a medicine check.
Can I assist?
Yeah? How do you assist?
I think she takes his mouth and like closes it and kind of gets him into like a relaxed position that looks a little bit more like he would be situated on a gurney. So that way Velphie can have like access to check things.
Uh, 13.
With a
12.
13, 12, he is breathing, but he looked like he did down in the pit. And he said he made a pact with a god. Roll me a religion check if you wish to know more. You all may do so.
Oh, okay, cool. I like religion checks. 13.
9.
Natural 20 for 25.
Okay. With those rolls, with a 13, we'll start with a 13. Everybody else with a 6 and a 9. This is panic territory. This is creepy. You can't really think of anything other than that at the moment. With a 13, he's claiming that they made a pact with a god. He looks like he is being controlled through something. That's not Ro. Like, you know Ro well enough. Ro doesn't do that. With a natural 20, pacts with the only god that you think that they could possibly be tied to is this Erebus character, which keeps coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up. But you know Erebus isn't a god. Erebus is a no codex. But this voice sounded just like when that creature in Esarora died. This creature sounds like the same voice that came out of the being that you all mercy killed. It is the same voice that came out of Beltov's inky dragons. You keep hearing this voice over and over and over and over. And he mentioned everyone made a pact with it. The masks made a pact with whatever this is. Pacts are not easily broken.
And he'll share the specifics of that information, but when he says Erebus, like if that's the where his mind went, does Beltoff react to that? Does it look like he knows anything further? Like, does he react at all?
Roll me a perception check, or an insight. We'll do an insight on this one.
22.
With a 22, it looks like there's an inkling of something there. But it's almost like he can't recall what Erebus is either. Because he doesn't remember anything.
But yeah, shares all the information about Erebus. He's not necessarily a god, and pacts aren't broken easily.
Pike will peek up.
Mom used to make pacts. Pacts don't dissolve until what is promised is given or the person that is in charge of it dies.
Who'd she make pacts with?
She made pact with Velphie for one.
Was she ever the vulnerable one in some of these pacts?
That's not how pacts work.
I think he's still at a loss. I think he just continued to look at Beltoff, hoping that. I mean, it seems like maybe we're in the same boat, that he comes up with something, but.
Yeah, he does not remember with a 22.
Does Rose seem dormant now?
Ro is out of commission at the moment. And with that, as Ro passes out as you're doing that medicine check, Ruby, it's excruciating. You just keep hearing these screams and cries and anger and hurt and betrayal, and all of these negative emotions are just flooding in. And then you all see another of light that shoots up. And Ruby, for the first time, everything goes quiet.
With the increase in volume and then the stillness and relief, she immediately begins to cry and then begin to laugh. It's the world has to get to a place where it's about to crumble for it to be quiet. What happened to them? Why are they gone? Why does it hurt so much to have silence? And she's on her knees with just like tears coming down.
silence. What do you mean? Are you okay?
Every whisper, every voice, all the screams, they're gone. There's nothing left. What do they do?
So all the voices that you hear, they're just gone.
There's not even an echo. It's so quiet.
What about that that fragment that you have? Can you still?
Little blue, little blue, where are you? And she's a little bit manic as she begins searching around her coat for that tiny hammock to pull it out.
Roll me a perception check.
21.
Devoured. 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 And it repeats and repeats and repeats as it's stuck in a loop again.
There she is. Oh, one word. And she'll look up at Velphie. Devoured.
Do we think that everyone in Sydonea has been devoured?
It's feeding.
Pact for souls.
Sounds like in much the same way the earth cracked open on the day of the ball. It's feasting. I don't think our work is done here yet.
So then Thierns is where we go. That's what we were given.
Yes. Though I can't imagine it's safe for us to rest there. I think we should make sure we're in top shape as much as possible before we go in.
I'm not in top shape. I don't feel like a shape at all. Are we still wanting to rest? Everything's happening so quickly. But I still smell the fresh blood. The silence is so heavy. Can we rest? Or
Ban will peek up. I didn't care if it's smart to go in there like that without a rest. You can't save anyone if you can't do anything. And he'll look at Ruby. You all look like you're about to fall over. I know I am. And while I can never stop you, I'd prefer not to lose someone I care about. Because you all push in too quickly.
I agree. I think it's best to rest here. I think it's taunting us. It's trying to make us forget our reason and do something reckless in anger.
And you feel the earth shake. And you hear trees toppling. And you feel this breeze. Roll me a nature check, please.
Everyone?
Yes.
21.
23.
Natural
Natural
one.
Hey.
With two
We
natural
tired.
ones. Y'all are tired. And y'all just see this vroom, vroom, vroom from Sydonea, that purple light that just glows and then dims and glows and then dims and silence, just silence. With a 21 and a 23, that breeze is unnatural, and it is coming from the southeast. The ripples from the ground are coming from the southeast.
And do we know it's to the southeast?
Quirin and Friedrich do.
Does it start with an A?
It does.
Okay. I can take first watch. I don't expect this to stop, so we should just get as much rest as we can.
I'll go second.
I can go third.
Okay.
All right, but Quirin will move his stuff over, pack in just a pillow, just kind of watching the lights until he uncomfortably dozes off. Sword close by, just in case.
Ruby makes her little palette. I'm guessing Van stays close by.
Van is very close by. Not enough to crowd you in any way, but he's definitely trying to help wherever he can, be a comfort wherever he can. You rest. I can watch. Make sure nothing happens.
As long as you get some rest too. Because getting close to death is really hard. All of those times we climbed the trees. I remember those. It was nice to see it again. And she'll slowly begin to wane off into sleep.
And as you're falling asleep, you kind of hear him, and it's slowly starting to fade. You can't. I'm still scared of heights. But I think I found something a little more horrifying. And then as you're dozing off, roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
18.
Ruby eye, and it fades. And with that, is Velphie doing anything before she goes to sleep?
Yes. So Quirin's already asleep. Okay.
Yeah.
She walks towards her mount, and she'll pause in front of Quirin, but then she'll keep walking and just, rub Streya's face and just kind of pat her down, and then take her bedroll, and just pretty close to everyone else. So she'll set up and lay down, just try to go to sleep.
As 3 of you, 4 of you, Rose still knocked out. Beltov is on a tree above you, still awake. As those of you who fall asleep are able to find it, Professor Friedrich, what are you doing?
I am rummaging around in my saddlebags, and I'm going to try to find an old book I used to read and perform rituals out of, which I should have on me, and crack it open.
Okay. As you crack open this old book that has no title on the front, it's brown leather all the way through. Pages smell old. This is the book you got from Seraphina, what feels like an eternity ago. You crack it open, what are you looking for?
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, the first part of it is the rituals that I performed to sort of know my soul, so to speak. And the back part was the part I couldn't read at the time, which now I think I can if it's in Celestial. So we're sort of, grasping at straws for anything we have an advantage in here. And an old book with Celestial in the back seems like it might be a good idea.
Yes, so as you start looking through this book, the first half has the rituals that students that attend Aurelia, the School of Necromancy, perform in order to understand their soul better, in order to attend that school. There's lots of talk of necrosics in here. And as you now can read the back, as you have been given the ability to read Celestial through those rituals, the back includes spells. And as you're flipping through, both of them are very intense. The first one you start to read is a 7th level spell. It is specifically a spell scroll. Once it is used, it can never be used again unless you learn it. As you continue reading, the first spell is soul cleansing.
Yeah, what does that do? I mean, it sounds a little on the nose, but how does it cleanse the soul?
As you read through it, again, this is a 7th level spell. It takes an hour to cast, and you need to have a clear crystal worth 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell will taint.
So one-time use.
You touch a creature whose soul has been corrupted for no longer than 100 years. This spell closes all wounds, neutralizes any poisons, cures all magical contagions, and lifts any curses affecting the creature due to this corruption. A tainted crystal must be cleansed in holy water before you use it again. This spell cannot be used to bring back parts of a soul that have been torn out or that are missing.
Can I try to deduce, based on what happened moments earlier or earlier in the evening with Ro, is the pact he mentioned, does that taint his soul?
Roll me. I'll let you choose here. Roll a medicine or an arcana.
I'll go with Arcana just because it's a little higher. Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20. His soul is corrupted. And with a dirty 20, you may have seen a lot more corrupted souls. More so than just his.
What about Beltov?
Beltov is not corrupted. Roll me a religion check.
Okay, and one other one to ask about too. 27.
Beltov is the source of it.
Okay. So not actually tainted, just the source of other people's corruption.
Correct.
And what about, I don't recall her name, but the woman Quirin took us to see in the Feywild?
Roll me a medicine or arcana for her specifically.
Natural 20 plus 9 for a 29.
With a natural 20 for a 29. She is a victim of soul corruption. The virus isn't a virus. It is something that taints your soul and eats part of it slowly, bit by bit. Therefore, if you cleanse the soul, it can no longer devour it. You have just uncovered the cure for this virus. You have had it, the cure for this virus, since session 12.
But it's an unknown. I mean, not an unknown. It's a misnomer. It's not a virus. It's a parasite.
Correct. And with a natural 20, it is a parasite that feeds Erebus.
Is there anything around this soul that mentions, well, not soul, spell? Can I deduce that because these rituals were performed by the students of Aurelia, is that what you called it? School of Necromancy. Is it a spell from the School of Necromancy?
This is a necromancy spell.
Okay.
Do you continue reading?
I do. I was also doing head math on how long it would take me to copy into my spell book, which is more than an evening. But yeah, I'll continue reading.
As you continue past that spell, the last spell in this book. It is a ritual that is 9th level, and it takes a lot from its caster to cast. It is Necrosic Soul Transference. You touch a creature whose soul you wish to transfer. The spell will pull the soul from a living creature out of its body and store it into a crystal. You can store it this way for 7 days. And when you decide where to transfer the soul, the crystal acts as a conduit. You can place a person, a being's soul into anything. If you wait longer than 7 days, the crystal will absorb the soul and turn it into energy. And you can use this energy to harm a target for 12 d10s in game statistics of force damage, or heal a target for 12 d10s. It requires a clear crystal worth 5,000 gold pieces, but if that is not available, this spell will pull from you. Roll me a history.
26.
You know somebody who has cast this.
I know them personally.
You know them personally. Somebody who made a deal with something and did not know what it was to transfer the soul of his brother into a piece of armor.
And he didn't have the crystal. Okay. Or maybe he had one that wasn't sufficient. Because he had to have had a medium, right? It has to go through a crystal to get to something else.
You're supposed to have a conduit.
Okay. Does it say anything else?
More on the history of Aurelia, more on necrosics as in general. But those are the two big scrolls that you find in the back of the book. And once you flip to the final page, one of the pages burns. And then floating in front of you is a crystal worth 1,000 gold pieces. The last book of the necromancy school, Aurelia, has done its job.
Okay. Okay.
Long rest. Long rest.
Almost. Professor Friedrich, roll me a perception check for your watch.
For my watch, my pocket watch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Nothing bad happening around me. $15.
With a 15, you feel those rumbles coming from the southeast, almost like it's in waves. And you remember Hara saying and Pear saying that things are going off in that direction. This and what is happening in Sydonea have to be connected, right? Because everything, that light is vroom, vroom, as you all are sleeping or trying to sleep, and that rumble either helps put you to sleep or keeps you awake, but nothing else of note happens during your watch. But before we end your watch, we're going to shift to Quirin really fast. Quirin, as you fall asleep.
You can't shift to Quirin. I'm Quirin.
Quirin, as you fade and fall to sleep, Pike will probably make a little nest on your chest or anywhere that is upright. And you still hear those little whoos. A man, everything's dark, but you see a man with red hair. His back is facing you. He will turn around, and you see these black ichor veins making their way up his face. They specifically cover half of it. His left eye is pitch black, but his other one is this vibrant green. He will just stare at you.
And this is the guy that he's seen before, yeah.
Yeah, you have seen this guy.
If Quirin takes a step towards him, does he react?
He's just watching you.
A pact? Devoured?
His head tilts.
What's the pact?
The pact. He looks confused.
Quirin is assuming if this is... I guess for context, Quirin does remember everything that, like all the visions that he's had before, yeah?
We'll say yes.
Yeah. He is assuming that... Oh, wait. Okay, for a second there, I was in the mindset thinking of anyone who has the parasite, as it was referred to earlier, had made the pact, but I don't think that's the case, actually. How long have you had this?
$152. He looks angry.
Was there... Maybe I'm not remembering. Did he have the veins in any of the previous visions?
No. Well, one, you saw that bite that he got and it started to spread.
Right.
And you have seen it starting to progress, but you've never seen it like this.
Okay.
How could you?
Quirin just stands up a little straighter. How could I what?
Acting like you don't know.
There's a lot I don't know right now. Things are very foggy.
You will see that snout almost start to form of that beast you all fought. And he will scream at you. Then fucking remember! And you see a quick flash of a woman with blonde hair and blue eyes and veins going up her face. Roll me a d20.
$17.
With a 17, it starts to rush back. Everything you've done, the whole reason you were fighting so hard, is because of the one you left at home.
I think he stands frozen for a second as it all comes back, and eyes go wide, and not necessarily crying, but just start getting watery, as if we're right on the verge. Then what have I done to damn you, her? And what do I do?
And at this point, that vision fades as he starts to transform into this being, into this creature that you have fought, that you have killed. Roll me an insight.
19.
With a 19, this is the being, this is the thing inside of your sword. There is a reason it's bonded to you. You remember a redhead woman with green eyes similar to him. As everything starts to fade and you can hear the cracks of bone and the shifting of sinew as he changes into that being that you fought. And that's Aurora. And you wake up.
I think he shoots up just in a cold sweat. And looks to his right to be sure that the sword is still there and it's laying there, unless it's not.
It is right next to you.
And he's just in that cold sweat, breathing deeply, probably a little lightheaded again. He remembered something, but he still doesn't remember everything. And again, piecing together where he is, what just happened, and continuing to reel on the vision, on the dream.
Take 15 points of psychic damage that cannot be reduced in any way.
Does this count as, do I have a long rest now, or is it?
You do have a long rest now, yes. You do have a long rest. And Professor Friedrich, as your watch comes to a close, you see Quirin shoot up.
Okay, that's surprisingly punctual. Trouble sleeping.
Bad dream.
Who could blame you? There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, relatively quiet so far, though.
I'll take nothing exciting just for a short bit. That's fine. We can live with that.
Of course. Wake me if you need anything.
Yeah, we'll do.
I'll try to sleep.
Quirin, roll me a perception for your watch.
18.
Okay, with an 18, you feel those rumbles coming from the southeast. They haven't stopped. That light is still pulsing and pulsing and pulsing. Nothing of note happens during your watch.
I think he will. Oh, sorry. I think he will sit down near the fire, face towards the southeast, sword nearby, with his bag just rifling through everything. I believe he recognizes everything in his bag, but just wanted to just be sure, double check, be sure he's not missing anything else. And do that until the watch is up.
And while watch is happening, we're going to pan to Ruby real quick. As you fade and fall asleep and hear that I from Van and fades. You're in this dark room, and there's water underneath your feet. And there are little lights that just glow. They're different colors. They're little balls of light. You see some that are blue, some that are red, some that are green, some that are silver, some that are white.
She takes it all in and then goes to try to touch one of the lights.
It whispers.
She'll start walking and just touching them all gently.
They all whisper. Different sounding voices, different pitches, different genders.
I wonder what it feels like to be devoured. Is the silence as heavy? Do you feel swallowed? All of the voices had to go somewhere. What's it like to not be? And she just keeps walking and muttering to herself.
It is supposed to be peaceful.
And she'll stop. What is supposed to be peaceful? The end?
Yes. It is not supposed to be like this. The voice comes from behind you.
Really seem. As she's beginning to speak, she'll turn around to look.
And what do you say?
Does it really seem like I have a lot of control over that?
You're not supposed to. And as you turn around, you see that cloaked figure. He is facing towards something, someone that is in sunshine yellow and laying down.
What an odd phrase. Supposed to. kind of like beginning to. There's such a level of calmness to it. Like an ocean without waves. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? As she walks up to stand side by side with the figure.
And as you stand side by side with the figure, you see that a hand is reaching out to touch someone's face, but the face is blurry. You can't see it. But it's someone that is in sunshine yellow. Their face is laying off to the side, not like they're paying attention to whoever is caressing their face, but never actually touching. Death is not supposed to be like this. Do you see why I have called you here now?
I see the lights. I see you. I see her. Am I supposed to see a path? Am I supposed to see purpose?
I need your help in destroying Erebus. It is the same as it's always been. You've seen his work now. This is not how the cycle is supposed to go. Things are not in balance.
I see. Always trying to help. It didn't work, though. Does it feel like I'm helping at all? Does it feel like it was even worth it, putting those voices in my head?
Those are the voices of those who I cannot help pass over anymore. Those are the voices of people that I can no longer help.
I think they're gone. I felt them leave. Will it be quiet after this? After Erebus is done? Not the still quiet, but the peaceful quiet?
Yes. The reason it is still, the reason that the air is dead, is because there are no souls left in your vicinity. The soul devourer has taken them all.
That's not the way it's supposed to be, is it?
No. Souls are meant to pass on, to become something else, to move forward. They are not meant to be someone's meal.
Who is she? Is she a soul?
He looks at her for a long time. She is Drasana.
Can you remind me, is that I know, Ruby would know that that's a god.
That's the goddess of life.
The same one that had that tiny, like, ribbon on her in the temple. Okay. She looks almost lifeless. That's not right.
No. It is not. When things get out of
What
balance.
happened?
What happens if this continues?
Mhm.
She dies.
And you seem sad about it.
I am mournfully heartbroken.
I want to help with Erebus. I want to help so much. Is there anything else I should do? Why doesn't Beltov remember me?
Veltov made a choice. Protect you and those he cares for at all costs. People tend to misuse one of my spells, especially those in... You cannot speak of what you do not know.
It's hard to think of a friend not knowing a friend. I liked him.
And he cherished you as one of his dearest friends. But he is not natural. And one of the ways to weaken Erebus is to take him.
If we have to, will you be there for him? He shouldn't be alone. Even if he's not natural, he's still someone.
The part of his soul that is. I will ensure its well-being.
Good. That's really good. And she'll just turn and kind of aimlessly wander through the lights.
And he fades away as you aimlessly wander through the lights for the rest of the evening. And with that, Quirin, your watch comes to a close.
It was Velphie who said that she would take third, right?
Yes.
Just walk over. Just a light tap on the shoulder. It's your turn. Pretty uneventful night so far. Thankfully.
That's good, given everything we've been through.
Yeah.
she'll get up and start to kind of get herself together. And then, before Quirin can turn away, what is it that you said about Erebus not being a god?
GM, what was it specifically again? It was...
Erebus is in no codex of gods.
No Codex of Gods, so not necessarily.
Ignatius in Sydonea was actually devoted to a god that's not listed in this book of deities that I've read before. So maybe that's a god that people are making a deal with? But I don't know anything about this god. I don't know. It just popped in my head when you said that.
Some god different than Erebus. Like, what's the name?
Orleander?
GM, name familiar? I can't say that rings a bell. Again, still piecing things together myself, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It just... I wonder who... Why? If Erebus is doing this, then why devote yourself to someone else?
Quirin, roll me a religion check, please.
Uh, 17.
With a 17, similar to how some archfays in the courts have different names, gods can go by different names too.
The way we've learned about gods in Spring Court is that sometimes they can present themselves different ways, with different names, different identities, if you'd go that far. I don't know how relevant that might be. I only know the very limited things that I know, but
So...
though, if that's the situation here, I'd wonder why the name change.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a thought, and keep following it. We can use just about anything right now.
Yeah. Well, don't want to keep you from your sleep.
Ah, yes. I need this.
Okay, well,
sorry, you go. Keep going.
rest easy.
And Quirin will nod and lay down. He's not going to sleep again. He doesn't need very long for his long rest, but he'll just lay down and keep an eye on the lights if they're still active as well. What was the name one more time, just so I can get the notes?
Orleander. And with that, you're able to watch those lights that just strobe Velphie, go ahead and roll me a perception check for your watch.
12.
With a 12, you feel the rumbling. You see the lights, but nothing else of note. And your watch comes to a close, and towards the end of your watch, those lights disappear.
Which lights are these? Is this the light coming from the ground?
Mhm.
Or so the light the light that was surrounding Sydonea is gone.
Mhm.
I think she feels this kind of wave of adrenaline. Unsure if that's a good or a bad sign. It hasn't been a full rest yet.
It would have been, yes.
Okay. So I think when she sees that, she'll walk over to Ruby and just very gently try to wake her up.
Oh, it's so different to wake up to touch and not sound. Hi, Velphie.
Hi. I know you said you can't hear them anymore, but the light around Sydonea just went out, and I was wondering if you might hear them again or not.
Do I hear anything?
It is still that dead, unnerving silence.
They're really gone. Except for little Blue. Erebus devoured them.
So they're gone for good. Forever.
I think it's all hazy, but I think that things are not how they should be. Necro 6 said that they should not have ended that way, but they did. I think you're right. They're gone. Forever.
Well, I don't know what the light going out means, but something inside me says that it's not good. Well, I guess I should wake everyone up and tell them to... I don't know what this means for our next step, but... Yeah. Okay. And then she'll turn around and she'll make her way over to the professor, and if he's not already awake.
I'll get up. Everything calm through the night?
Yeah, the light around Sydonea is gone, though.
Did anything happen when it dissipated?
ground is rumbling a little, but it just stopped.
I don't think we can spare any time. I think we need to get ready as soon as we can.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then she'll start cleaning up and putting her bedroll away and stuff.
Same.
And you all are able to get up and you officially have a long rest. If you had a point of exhaustion, that will go away and you are fully back at HP.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
What's it?
I assume that 15 Quirin took, that's still there, yeah?
Yes, that is still there.
Okay. I figured. Cool.
Your sword's not happy.
I will go ahead and use my speak with animals for the day. And just tell Beatrice we're going back down. Our work here isn't done. We'll be back up as soon as we can. It'll be okay. Just stay with the others.
You're not going to win, are you?
I plan on winning.
She cries.
Why would you not want us to win?
And through like these broken sobs. Because when it means you're gonna come back like she did, and then that is all.
I couldn't make any of that out, girl. Calm down a bit.
And she is blubbering.
We're going to win so we can enjoy more cups of tea like we had last night. That is the outcome of victory.
You promise?
And I plan to keep it.
And she's just crying.
I'll give her a good head scruffle and get ready. And I'll head over to the entrance.
And for everybody else, you just hear a bleeding goat. And are you all heading to the entrance, or is there something you wish to do?
How's Ro looking?
Ro is out.
Oh. I'll see if he's still alive.
Roll a medicine check.
It's a natural 1.
He's dead.
The panic. The panic of the possibility. He's not up yet. He's not waking up. He's dead. You cannot feel a heartbeat, but you feel yours and hear yours. Do-dum, 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 do-dum.
I'll like pick up one of his arms and drop it.
It falls.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh.
Van will try to
Did Ro
help.
die?
And he's trying to get a pulse, and in your panic and now his panic, he looks up at you, Ruby. I don't think... and he just kind of stutters over his own words.
Well, you did seem very stressed, but I thought he had a lot to live for. I don't know why he would just give up. Why would you give up? And she'll like kick him a little bit.
And when you kick him, he is not moving.
She'll turn around to the group. Oh, Rose not alive.
Can I go over and check on him?
Yes, you may roll a medicine check.
$15.
With a 15, he does have a heartbeat and his breaths are shallow, but he is alive.
It's faint, but it's there. No need for alarm. Are you okay? I know it's quite a scare.
He seemed so dead. Oh, I felt so bad. I thought I was this close. But I understand a lot of sleep seemed necessary. Should we leave him?
This may be controversial. After what happened last night, I would prefer him in this state for now. I don't know if we need such an unpredictable nature with us.
Should we take his guns?
I won't comment on the morality of that, but I don't know how to use them myself.
As soon as you say that, Van's already taking them.
In their spot, like I guess in the holster? I'll put a little dab. Yeah. It's gotta have something.
So we see Van doing this, just sort of out in the open, not trying to be sneaky with it.
Van's not trying to be sneaky with it. As soon as Ruby says, like, should we take the guns, he's already taking them.
I suppose he won't be awake to miss them, but hopefully, hopefully we encounter all the danger and there's nothing out here. I'll give Rose a tap on the cheek and then head back to the entrance.
Ruby walks up to Velphie. The voices really are gone. A lot of the times they were not very nice, or they were confused, or they were lost. But usually in the mornings, when we would wake up and we all be together, you would say very good things. I've always kind of held them very close. Will you say more good things, Velphie?
She perks up. Yeah. Yeah. And when we're all kind of at the entrance, she'll kind of put her hand up to stop everyone. Today, we're fighting not just for ourselves, but for all of those in Sydonea who can't. All their lives hang in the balance, and It's us. We are there to stand against the darkness. We are that light, that hope. Let Erebus be angry. Let him tremble. Because we will save every soul that Sydonea calls its own. We will do it together. We will bring them to safety. We will end this. We will end Erebus. It's just one step closer. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
We are the light.
We are the light. And that's 17 temp HP.
And with that, do you all head down the tunnel?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. As you open the wooden door and say the incantation to unlock it, you all head down this long, long ladder again. The air is cooler down here, same as it was yesterday. Or the day, yesterday. However, this time, there is a weight to it that wasn't there previously. The air is stale, dead. And as you continue down this long hallway, the only thing you hear is each other's breathing and the sound of your own heartbeat. Everything else is eerily silent. And as you open that wooden door at the very end, everything is still. You hear the creaking of that wood, and it is the only sound in this place as it reverberates. You walk into the underground again. The hole in the ceiling on the clear other side of the underground is clear of that ichor trunk, and sunlight basks that side of this area. The magical golden light on the reddish hue stones dances and flickers as it always has. You are on layer 13 again. The lair full of old and small homes that are carved into the stone that were filled with people fleeing topside roughly about 2 months ago. And now you see a lot of them sprawled on the floor, sprawled on the stone. They look like they were trying to flee, but barely made it a step. They didn't make it very far. They are covered in these black ichor veins that completely cover their faces. Their eyes are solid black because they never had the chance to close their eyes either. The same black ichor, Quirin, that you've seen before, that vision you saw last night, that quick flash, she had it. The same black ichor that spread across Anaria very quickly as she died. The same black ichor that almost took Velphie back in as Aurora, but didn't for some reason. Everyone here is covered in it. No one here moves.
Anyone we recognize?
At this section, no.
Can I go up to someone and examine them? Do they appear to be like in some sort of stasis? Are they dead? What can I tell?
Roll me a medicine check.
$13.
With a 13, there is no heartbeat. There is no breath. Erebus told you he would take everything. And it looks like he has.
I'll tell the group. These people are no more. Their souls have been devoured. We should keep moving.
Just a quiet nod.
Velphie will nod
Yeah,
and follow.
yeah, I don't think Ruby wants to break the silence after the professor's words.
And as you all continue on, you all do pass someone that has paper white skin, paper white hair. Looks to be in her 60s. Ruby, you know this is a changeling.
I'll stop and take a look. 'Cause I knew one changeling down here. Is there anything like on their body or in their pockets?
In their pockets, you find some gold pieces, about 10 or so. But other than that, there is nothing identifiable about this person. As you get the sense you've never seen this person's true face until now.
Velphie, did you say you heard Seraphina?
Yeah, she sent a message, but it sounded like she went unconscious before it finished. She said that Theron's was the safest place.
She didn't make it. This is the skin. It's not meant to look this dull. I can see why she chose the different forms that she did. It looks like she lived a life with lots of color. I don't think she liked to be in her changeling form very long. It looks almost strange to see her face like this, even though I only met her once. She didn't make it.
Velphie will walk over to the woman I'm assuming Ruby is standing next to. And she'll look down, she'll kneel down. Are the eyes open?
Everyone's eyes are open and they're pitch black.
She'll just quietly reach over and close her eyes, like pull the eyelids down. And she'll look up at Ruby. She was a great person. I'm sorry she had to go this way.
Now, is it possible to try to close the eyes?
The body's
close the
almost
eyes.
stiff, but you're able to finally get them closed.
And before
Just
Velphie...
stand
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, before Velphie stands up, she'll just, like, quietly just grab the woman's hand and squeeze it and just say thank you. And then she'll stand up. Join the rest of the party.
Yeah, just following behind. Who's ever leading?
And with that, as you all continue, where exactly are you going?
I'd say making our way up.
And as you all start heading up, you hear faintly layers and layers above you. Do not worry. I'll protect you from what's coming. You're safe at Pleasures. As you all know, anyone with a pact to Erebus cannot walk through that door. And with that, that is where we'll call tonight's session. Thank you so much for watching Session 48 of the Order of Narvosc. Session 49 will be out on October 3rd. Please make sure to check out our players' social media accounts as well. You can find those links in the description below. And lastly, if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified when the next session comes out. Remember to be the light in the darkness, adventurer. We'll see you soon.